Interesting video for you today. What do I have? Fragrances that will be inducted into Trey Scent's Cheapy Hall of Fame. What is a cheapie? In my opinion, it's a fragrance that you can get in or around or right under or right around or right above the $30 mark. So you want to know, or $30 and down, I should say. So you want to know what those fragrances are. Meet me on the other side of this intro and we're going to get right into it. See you in a second. Yeah. Okay, that's a little greeting we do at my job between us, some of the guys, you know. Big shout out to the homeboy Taylor and the homeboy Paul. So they said, Trey, you should start your next video with yeah. So fellas, there you have it. Yeah. Okay, now let's get into it. What I have for you today is a little bit of a video, a little bit of a discussion. You know how we do it here on the channel, okay? So what I got for you is 12 fragrances. Did I get 12? Yes, 12 fragrances in my collection that are either right above 30 or right under $30. I'm pretty sure most of these are anywhere from $30 down to $6, okay? Extremely inexpensive fragrances that perform really well and do exactly what they're supposed to do. Make you smell good, keep some money in your pocket, and some of them may remind you of other scents. That's fine too. No further ado, let's get right into it. I want to get this one out of the way first. First fragrance that I'm going to is it introduct? No. Induct. Introduct. I done made up a word. Induct into the Fragrance Hall of Fame. Oh goodness. Let me see if I can get this name right for you. The house and the company, and I've never heard of this fragrance and I haven't seen many reviews on it. I don't know if I found any reviews on it. The company is Royal Apoptic. The fragrance is Dogwood Blossom. And you know I love that beautiful bottle because it's representing my high school, Cherokee High, with the blue and gold, and my Fighting Irish of Notre Dame with their blue and gold. Now, enough about the bottle. This is one of those fragrances that you pick up at TJ Maxx, Marshalls, places like that for $12.99. This fragrance smells so good. I went back the next day and bought the other bottle that they had. They had two. Now, why is this fragrance going to be inducted into my Cheapy Hall of Fame when I've only had it a few days and have only worn it one time? I will tell you why. If you are a fan of Tom Ford's Tobacco Vanille, or Vanille, however you say it, then you will love this because that's exactly what you get from this fragrance. And it is a parfum concentration. And it does project really well and has really good longevity for the $12 mark, or for $13. This is one of those fragrances, and I put this right up there. You've heard me talk about Kingdom fragrances. What is the name of that fragrance? Camera, Kingdom, El Dorado. You've heard me talk about El Dorado. You've heard me talk about the one I picked up, Emerge. Again, no box, just sitting there, which reminds me of Tom Ford. The El Dorado reminds a lot of people of Oud Wood. Well, this one reminds me of Tobacco Vanille. Now, I don't know what company is putting these fragrances out. I don't know if they're deliberately cloning Tom Ford fragrances, but you know, and I say that because they all have different names on them, but I'm pretty sure my mind tells me that they're going to be linked back to the same company, if that makes any sense, or the same perfumer or whatever. But this one is a smooth, excuse me, tobacco vanilla scent is what you have with this fragrance. And it smells really, really good. It does go extra sweet on my skin, but this is one. If you see out in the wild, pick it up, give it a spray, you're probably gonna like it. Now, I've only seen it one time. The one time I saw it, I picked it up. I said, you know what? I'm not gonna do what I normally do. Is leave it, and then wish I had gotten it. I'm gonna get it, brought it home, sprayed it, tried it, loved it. And then, like I said, went back and got the extra bottle that they had for my boy JP. So JP, if you see this, you got one coming your way as well. And again, beautiful bottle presentation. The cap is a solid cap. It just doesn't fit on this bottle very well, but it's a nice solid cap. But about 2.5 hours of projection is what you're gonna get out of this thing, and 7, 8, maybe more hours of longevity. But from the house of Royal Apoptic, Dogwood Blossom. And again, this is a parfum concentration, and all of that can be seen right there beautifully on a gradient blue bottle. I'm gonna set that right there and move right along. Okay, now what do I want to grab now? Let's grab this one. This one is no stranger to anybody. It's another one I haven't had very long. I got it during the summer, which was the perfect time to get this fragrance. Award several times, and it has to be in the Cheapy Hall of Fame. And it is from the house of HOF, which, disclaimer here, trying to see, this is one of 2 HOF fragrances that I have on this list, but nonetheless, it is Club de Nuit Man Intense, or Intense Man. And yes, this is a clone of Aventus. Do I think it's close? Aventus, to me, if you want Aventus, you just gotta buy it. If you want Creed's Aventus, you just have to buy it. You know, these smell good. I like this fragrance for what it is itself, and it's around that $29.99 mark. It is a compliment getter. I think it's better than Mont Blanc Explorer. It's just a really, really good fragrance. You get that citrus, that sweetness, that pineapple, and then you get that it's not really smoky, but you do get that birchy type of feel from it. A lot of people say the opening is off-putting. To me, it's not. It's not at all, especially if you used to, I don't want to use the word cheaper, but what's the word I could use? If you're used to fragrances that don't have as much perfumer's oil in them, they do come off a little bit louder and a little bit stronger. And this one is no exception. But if you want unsolicited compliments, if you want to spray on a fragrance and go around women and have them make comments. I wore this one day, and I had stopped before work, and I was running in the Dollar Tree just to pick up a cheap bottle of water real quick because I was thirsty. And I held the door open for a young lady, and she walked by and she said, "Oh my gosh, your cologne smells so nice." And then she was like, "I'm sorry, that was rude of me." I was like, "Nah, it's not rude at all." Got to work. Again, several compliments. This is one of those fragrances that honestly will garner you unsolicited compliments just from people that you walk by. They're gonna want to know what you're wearing. The hype is real surrounding this one, and if we're gonna have a Cheapy Hall of Fame, which I have, then this is one that definitely has to be in it. Club de Nuit Man Intense, or Intense Man from HOF. Let's get the other HOF out of the way, making sure I just have those two from HOF. This one is a clone of Dior Homme Intense, and I just gave it away, but this is a masculine, mature, sexy fragrance, and it is Futura by HOF, and this is also a parfum concentration, and you see the levels on that right there. I mean, it says it all. Now, the only thing I really don't like about this bottle is this cap. Again, nice solid cap. but it just doesn't fit on the bottle well at all. This is one you can definitely not pick up by the cap, but there we go. Oh man, sexy, sweet, smooth date night, just hoodie, you know, come closer, come cuddle with me type of scent right here, man. That's what I get from this one. But this is definitely one that is one of the better fragrances out of all the fragrances I have in my collection. Again, it's a compliment monster, even though this video is not about compliments, but still, we're guys and we like the attention that we get from our fragrances. This is one that I decanted one of my co-workers, and this was one of the fragrances he really liked. He was like, I really like that one. You know, he really liked this one. But yeah, Futura Long EDP by HOF is now in my cheapy Hall of Fame, and it's around the $30 mark too. I think most of the HOF fragrances are right around the $30 mark. Depending on where you get them, it may be a little bit more, but nonetheless, they're all great fragrances. They do exactly what they're supposed to do. They smell good and they keep some money in your pocket. And for me, that's the most important thing about smelling good, doing it on a budget. Okay, this next one is a staple of mine. It will be in my collection for a very long time. It is a fragrance that I feel it's just good. It's just good. I don't think I've ever sprayed this fragrance on my skin, left my residence, and not gotten a compliment from the house of Perry Ellis. Welcome it into my Hall of Fame, and it is Perry Ellis 360 White. Yes, this is a clone of the OG Lamar, and I say OG because it's been reformulated, and I think the newer versions smell a little bit different. This one smells like that first batch. Oh my goodness. Powdery, masculine goodness is what you have in this fragrance for $19 to $20. You cannot beat it. And this is 100 ml, and I think it was like $19.99. Real quick, while I got your attention, some others I'm gonna leave off this list because they're first ballot Hall of Famers, but everybody knows them. Everybody will have them in there. You know, Cool Waters has been in the Hall of Fame. Jupe has been in the Hall of Fame. Nautical Voyage has been in the Hall of Fame. I mean, those fragrances are staple cheapies that have made the Hall of Fame. Michael Jordan Legend is in there. I mean, those are kind of no-brainers. You know what I mean? Everybody's gonna put those in their cheapie Hall of Fame. So I didn't put them in this video because you already know about them. I wanted to talk about some that you may have forgotten about, like Perry Ellis 360 White. And I promise you, I've been wearing this fragrance for about 15 years, and every time I wear it, there's a compliment. I mean, it's just, you smell really nice. Whatever that is you're wearing smells good. And they can't believe that it's a $15 fragrance. Perry Ellis 360 White. Well, that's 100 ml, so it's closer to 20. But you can get the 50 ml for in between $10 and $15, and you can't beat that. You just can't beat that. Let's go with another cheapie, and this may be the cheapest fragrance on this list. And again, it's one I picked up earlier this summer, but it has got to go into the cheapie Hall of Fame. And it is from Nissan, and it is Nissan's Armada. And this is one I just, you know, I haven't had it very long, worn it several times, but if you like Cool Water, Aspen, Green Irish Tweed, and I know you probably think, well, that scent profile has been done, and if I have Cool Water, why do I need this one? Well, for one, this one is a little bit stronger than the OG Cool Water. It's a little bit stronger, and it's a little bit deeper because this is a parfum concentration, and you will be able to smell the difference. This is a, dare I say, this is a little bit better version of Cool Water than Cool Water. There, I said it. I mean it. And the thing about it is it's $5, $6, $7. So if you get this, you can put this in your locker. You can pass it on to you. You can keep it in your car. My suggestion is keep it in your locker at work. You know, keep it in your locker at the gym. Whatever you want to do, you know, when you need to freshen up or just need a fragrance and you don't feel like pulling out some of your big guns because you may lose it, break it, whatever. It's $5.99, $6.99. Or somebody compliments you on it. Hey man, what do you got on? That smells good. Here you go. You can have it. Nissan Armada. And then pick you up another bottle. I know. And from what I'm hearing, a lot of the fragrances from Nissan smell pretty good as well. I'm not hearing anything bad about any of them. And that's surprising. But it is what it is. So Nissan Armada will make its maiden voyage into my cheapie Hall of Fame. That fits the entire criteria of a cheap fragrance. It's cheap, smells good, performs good, it's easily available. What else could you ask for a cheapie? You could probably walk into a Burlington near you right now and pick up 1 or 2 bottles of that fragrance. Guys, y'all excuse me. I don't know what's going on with my voice. It does that sometime late night. I apologize. Okay. This next one is probably controversial. Some people love it. Some people hate it. Again, it's right there on the cusp of this $29 range. It sits right there on that $30 range. But from the house of Bentley, it is Bentley for Men Intense. Not to be confused with Bentley for Men. This is the intense version. Bentley for Men is a little bit more wearable. It's a little bit more toned down. It's a little bit more refined. Again, this thing comes through the door like Flavor Flav and Chuck D hollering, yeah, boy. You may as well put a clock around his neck. But boozy, leathery, tobacco, what more could you ask for? This is unapologetic man juice, cold weather hoodie. Oh man, that's nice. That's nice. Just, I mean, put on your best hoodie, on your nice, most comfortable hoodie, and your jeans and some comfortable shoes, getting ready to go Christmas shopping. I go be around the fam for Thanksgiving. Whatever you got going on, this is one that you can definitely put on, and you're gonna slay. You're gonna kill them. You're gonna kill them at the Christmas party. You're gonna kill them at the Thanksgiving dinner. You know, it just does. To me, it just works. It just works. This is one I would love to always have in my collection. I just like it, man. I really do. Again, from the house of Bentley, it is Bentley for Men Intense. I would like to get my hands on some of the other ones like Bentley Absolute. Is it Black, the Black Edition? Also Silver Lake. Some of those I would love to get my hands on because I hear they smell pretty good as well. But I know that one smells good. I picked it up at a Burlington in Birmingham, Alabama, and it was, again, $29.99. So it barely slid in there. All right. Where am I going next? This one. Now, this next one has been discontinued, and when it was readily available, it was $24.99, $25.99, and that was before clearance. A lot of times you would see it in clearance bins a lot cheaper than that, and it's from the house of Calvin Klein, and this is a beautiful scent, and it is Calvin Klein's Reveal. And it is smelling good up in here, y'all, with all the fragrances I have just sprayed. It is smelling amazing up in here. My goodness. I love this fragrance, and you can tell by the levels. This is another one that to me is just sexy, romantic, and I wonder, of all fragrances for Calvin Klein to discontinue, why in the world would it be this one? Sweet, semi-gourmandy, semi-spicy. It's got a lot of masculinity to it. It's very clean, and it comes across as fresh. As my boy Manny and JP would say, it's elegant. But nonetheless, it's for the $24, $25 that this was commanding. It's hard to go wrong with it. I know it's been discontinued. I don't know if it's gonna, man, it smells good. I just got another whiff of it in the air. It just makes me wonder why companies discontinue fragrances like this. Like, who did you ask? And, you know, are you planning on bringing this back? Maybe just a little tweak. and calling it the parfum or the intense or something, because this is just a beautiful, beautiful scent. And for those of you who were lucky enough, fortunate enough to get your hands on it, then I know you know what I mean. For those of you who missed out, try to find it while you still can. It's a very modern smelling fragrance. It is definitely sweet. Not a sickening sweet, but it is definitely a sweet, sweet fragrance. Definitely one I think works well for cooler weathers, date night, that type of scent. Nice, chill, rainy day type of fragrance. I could definitely see myself reaching for this one to put it on when I get ready to pull on my hoodie. Man, I can't wait. Cooler days are coming because it jumped hot again. It was 97, 98 degrees here today. Okay, where do I want to go? This next one, at one time, was very, very hyped by a certain reviewer who does not live in America. It was one of his favorites. Everybody was on the hype train, even myself. I was so thrilled when I got it. The first bottle of it that I purchased was like a 30 ml, and I picked it up at Burke's, and I kept seeing it. Yeah, at Burke's, I kept seeing it in the clearance section, and I was picking it up for $4 or $5 a bottle. When my homeboy graduated from college, I gave it to him, gave one to him for his graduation gift, and it is from the house of Salvatore Ferragamo. It is F Black. Man, F Black's an old trooper. He been around for a long time, and a lot of times when he first came out, or when he first started making his rounds, everybody was on him. Everybody loved him. But then he got a little old and new stuff came out and people kind of forgot about it. But this soapy, spicy, rich, dark type of scent to me never gets old, never goes out of style. And I picked this big old lifetime supply up in the clearance bin at a Marshall's in Corinth, Mississippi for like $17. And I mean, you can't beat it. You just can't beat it. You can get 100 ml of this all day long for $24, $25 at your local Burlingtons. And I'm gonna spray this on my skin, as I've got fragrances everywhere as I've been testing. That's the sacrifice I make for y'all. I have to spray on fragrances, imagine that. But this is one that I like a lot. I know people say stuff like, if you can get past the harsh opening. To me, the opening is not harsh. Maybe I'm just used to more inexpensive fragrances. I do have some niche fragrances too. I have quite a few, to be honest with you, but the only joy I get really from niche fragrances over designer is when I can catch the niche at a good price. Then I'm like, yes. As long as I can get my cheapies but I'm the same way when I catch a cheapie. That's normally $30. When I catch it for 10, I'm like, yes. So, well, yeah, this one, a nice, smooth, cool weather type of scent. As I said, it's a little bit clean, a little bit soapy, a little bit spicy, but I love it. Definitely a masculine fragrance. I think it's mass appealing. I would definitely wear this on a date, little audition, you know what I'm saying? We didn't upgrade it from the Sizzler. We're gonna hit Golden Corral up, you know, I'm gonna take it to Golden Corral. Let her get all the fish and chicken she want, baby. You ain't get you some, go on, get you some carrot cake, girl. You know, I would be wearing this. And I think it smells good. You get you one of them chocolate chip cookies, baby. It's on me, I got it. You know, that type of thing. I like this fragrance. I really, really do. And to me, it still holds power. And it's one that I think you guys should still have in your collection. And if you have it in your collection, I definitely think you should still spray it on and wear it. From the house of Salvatore Ferragamo, audition approved, Golden Corral approved. It is Ferragamo's F Black. Man, I got 4 more. This next one finally gets its just dues. It's another one that was hyped to the heavens when it first came out, and it was followed by 4 successful flankers. No, 3 flankers. This would be 4. So 3 flankers after this one, and it is from the house of Abercrombie and Fitch, and it is First Instinct. Now, I'm going to induct them all except for maybe Blue. I think it was Blue that I didn't like. First Instinct Extreme, and First Instinct together. All of them go in the Cheapy Hall of Fame. All of them, because I think all of them are good. But what you get for bottle presentation, you see the bottle, that's pretty. Beautiful bottle. Scent, profile, performance. It's got to go. And price. A bottle like this is like $14, $15, and this is the 50 ml. You can get the 100 ml for like 21 or 22, maybe 23. But nonetheless, very modern. A little bit ambroxany, a little bit aquatic, but still. And as you see the levels on there. And this, any age group can wear this from 15 to 115. Can pick this up and spray it on, and you're gonna smell good, and you're gonna keep some do-re-mi in your pockets. And that is the bottom line. You're gonna smell good, but you're not gonna spend a whole lot of money doing it. That's the purpose of inexpensive fragrances. There we call them cheapies, whatever, they work. And talk about a compliment getter. This is one of those people that stop you and be like, man, what you got on? And nobody says, that smells really, really cheap. What is that? Because these fragrances in the air coming off of your skin, when they mix with your chemistry, they smell nice, guys. Just saying. Going into the Hall of Fame is Abercrombie and Fitch. First Instinct together, and First Instinct Extreme. But we're going to say First Instinct. Okay. I ain't even going to try. I was going to slide it back in its spot right there. This next one really took me by surprise when I smelled it. It's very similar to a YSL fragrance, La Nuit de l'Homme. But it is from the House of Trussardi, and I just gave it away. And it is Riflesso. Riflesso will get its rightful spot into the Hall of Fame. Oh man, I gotta put some of this on. Date night. And we put this on. We ain't going to the Sizzler. We ain't going to Golden Corral. We're going to Applebee's. We put this on. That's right. We're going to Applebee's, baby. We're going to Applebee's on our little audition. And you know, oh my goodness. That's just good. It really is just good. And this fragrance you can get for about $25. You'll probably have to order it online because I don't think I've ever seen it in the store. But it's worth it. It's worth it. I can remember, again, being in Texas, hanging out with JP and Manuel and letting them smell. This was the first fragrance I wanted them to smell. There was two I wanted them to smell, and that was Abercrombie and Fitch's Authentic Night and this one. And when they got this, they was just like, they were blown away at how good this fragrance smells. It does, again, draw a lot of similarities to YSL's La Nuit de l'Homme. Personally, I think this is a little bit better than La Nuit because it performs better. The newer batches of La Nuit just don't have a whole lot of staying power. Beautiful day-night scent, so classy, so elegant, so sweet, so smooth. Everything that you want to be as a man. Classy, elegant, sweet, and smooth. YSL embodies that, and I think this comes right along in behind it and says, hey, I'm just as good as you are for pennies on a dollar. And yeah, and it would be correct. Trussardi Riflesso. Man, oh man. Love this fragrance. This has been a fun video to do because all of these fragrances I love, and each one of them brings back a certain memory to me, whether it was opening the box when I got that fragrance or whatever, the occasion that I got it. Like Riflesso, I want to say was a birthday gift, and you know, loved it, but that's neither here nor there. Got two more. This next one, I don't even know what house to call this, so I'll get right into it. The fragrance is Real Madrid, and this one is a smooth, spicy type of scent. It's almost like you took 1 Million and merged it with Le Male. You got the spice from 1 Million and the smooth, powdery cleanness from Le Male, and that's what you have in this fragrance. And it is a $14 to $15 fragrance. Oh man. sub of mine, Mr. Lester Eccles, Mr. E as I call him, raves about this fragrance. Just about every time we talk cologne, this one comes up. He was like, man, I'm so glad you told me about that Real Madrid. Guys, the fall is coming up eventually. It's going to eventually cool off, eventually. This is one, you know, if nothing else, you'll get yourself a nice work fragrance. Especially if you work, you know, where it's a little bit cooler. Maybe you work in a plant. Like my boy Cheapo drives forklifts, so I'm sure sometimes he's having to be out in the weather, or, you know, got the doors open or whatever. Cooler weather approaching. This is one that I think would go great with the nice flannel shirt and some jeans. Again, keep having this. I hate to keep saying hoodie, but it's approaching. Big boy season is approaching. When big boy season approaches, it's sweatpants and hoodies. Y'all already know. So this is one that I think fits that to a T. It is just a nice, cuddle me type of scent that smells good without making it appear that you're trying too hard to smell good. And the best part about it is it's $12 to $15. From the house of soccer, Real Madrid. Or, wait a minute. I may say FC Barcelona. We're just going to stick with Real Madrid. That's what we're going to go with, because that's the name of it. Got one more. Last but not least, this one has to be in the Cheapy Hall of Fame, and it represents a ton of fragrances from this line. The house is Banana Republic. The line is the Icon line. As you see, I've got several of them. And this one is Neroli Wood. And this is one of my favorites because I love the scent of Neroli, especially a bright Neroli. And this one really hit home for me because I'm a huge fan of Fico di Amalfi by Acqua di Parma. And this puts me in the mind of that fragrance. It's just got that bright Neroli citrus to it. And anytime I can get a fragrance that reminds me of something that I've always wanted for a lot cheaper, I mean, as Mike Tyson would say, I'm ecstatic. So, and same thing with this bad boy right here. You know, it did wonders for me. Just like when I picked up Artisan Pure by Jimmy Choo. When my first spray, it reminded me of Dior home cologne. So I was like, I no longer have to get Dior home. I've got this $35 to $40 bottle, and it would have made this list, but I think it was just a little bit outside of the criteria that I set for this video. But nonetheless, Banana Republic Neroli Woods, and it has a gang of brothers, sisters, teammates, whatever you want to call them, that could easily be in this Hall of Fame as well. But this one is probably one of my more favorites, along with Linden Vetiver and is it Pure White, you know, Oud Mosaic, all of those, you know, could have been in this. Meadow Rains, the new Grasslands, all of them could have been in this video. But we are going to go with Neroli Woods. And I love everything about this, from the classic simplistic bottle. I mean, to me, that's just classy. To me, that's just classic. It really says, hey, you know, we're not going to put all the emphasis on what the bottle looks like, but it gives you a great bottle, kind of just like a good fitting t-shirt or a good fitting pair of jeans. Never going to go out of style. It's just not, ever. So, Banana Republic, Neroli Woods, welcome to the Hall of Fame. Y'all all stand up, take a bow, give your speeches, whatever. You are now in my Cheapy Hall of Fame. All right, guys, that's it. That has been 12 fragrances that will forever be in my Cheapy collection that I have inducted into the Cheapy Hall of Fame, and I love them all. With that being said, you already know, man. Please be sure to like, share, sub, and thumbs up this video. I can't thank you enough for returning to the scene of the crime. I really appreciate you all. Now, with that being said, I love you all, and God bless you all. Until next time, guys. Oh, always be active in the comment section as well, and let me know what some of your Hall of Fame cheapies are. So, God bless you all, and I love you all. Until next time, guys. Peace.